Asking for help isn't weakness, and I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. And I come from a background where where going to a therapist or psychologist, what do you call it, is is not practiced and also not considered something normal. But a few years ago, I mean I think it's been like 5 years or 4 or 5 years ago, I've been through depression. I I lived in a depressive state of mind, and after some time, I had a girlfriend, but I ruined that relationship with my anxiety, and after that, got depression again. But it was actually a hard depression, like 1 year of depression. I started praying to God because I was a Christian, so I started praying to God to take me away from this place because I didn't have the courage to do it myself. And I lived like that for a few months, like for half a year. And after that, I went to my mother and said, "Hey, I want to go to a therapist." Now, she wasn't used to it. She did not know, so she uh, went uh, went out looking for a therapist. She saw on the door of an apartment block building the sign of the therapist. So she said, "Look, I found one." Now she wasn't used to it, so she asked how much was it and all, and told me to not say anything about it. Basically, to not tell anybody about it because it's not normal here. But I appreciate the fact that she decided, hey, we're going to uh, help you here, even though I don't know what all of this is about, but I see that you are extremely down. So, getting back to this depression, I had the courage to ask for help because I did not see an end to it. Every day, every single day, I kept crying and feeling that pain, that burden upon myself, and I really didn't see anything after that. So, if you're in this state, call for help. Um, Go ask for help to a therapist or wherever you can get that help because going through it alone it's extremely hard. I went through it alone, but after some time I just couldn't keep myself together. And in the time that I started having this depression, this deep depression that actually made me go to a therapist, I was actually extremely motivated. I mean, before it, I was doing sports. I was scared of touching alcohol. I remember I had a girlfriend at that time, and she was drinking from time to time. So I said, drinking is not good. And one time she gave me a sip of alcohol. Like I think I had one or two sips. And when I got home, I told her that of the alcohol is already affecting me. Now, obviously, this was something like a placebo because a sip of wine, come on, it doesn't affect you whatever you do. But I was this extremely disciplined guy. I was taking cold showers from time to time. I was meditating, and I think I should start it again. I was doing, I think, calisthenics because I went to the gym after that relationship, I remember. But I always liked sports, so I was extremely disciplined. I hadn't drank a soda in like a year by that time. And depression came in. Obviously, there were a lot more factors to it, and I kept going outside because I always went outside from when I was little. Maybe that's why I'm skinny right now. Um, with a bit of muscle. And I kept going outside, but a lot of times I didn't find myself there. Um, I was hating myself, especially after that relationship, because I've been through a depressive state before, um, like a year before that event, but it was also bad, but I hadn't gone to a therapist. So, so I went to a therapist, not because, hey, I saw it on the internet. I mean, obviously I saw those types of videos that, hey, asking for help isn't wrong. You should do actually. But I really didn't find a way out. And I've always been this disciplined guy that was trying to manifest my future, that was doing sports, but depression is there, and it doesn't forgive you. Depression doesn't care that you're disciplined at that time or that you're already going through addictions and stuff. Depression doesn't care if you're a millionaire or if you're poor. Asking for help isn't weakness, and especially if you come from a background that demonizes, it doesn't really demonize. Let's change the word. If you're coming from a background that feels like going to therapy is just for the crazy people, it is pretty hard, and it requires a certain amount of courage. And in order to get that courage, you have to be strong. So asking for help isn't wrong. It's actually a wise step. I know you say you want to do it all alone because you're strong, and it doesn't really work like that. Yes, you can do it all alone, and you are going to come uh, with scratches from it. You're going to have scars. I still have scars from it because scars do not go away. If you ever got a physical scar, yeah, it's the same with emotional ones. The scars from depression never go away. They still are on you even if you are happy. And this whole video was this little story of mine because I feel like a lot of people do not have the courage to ask for help, and you don't need to ask a friend for help because maybe he won't know. Um, you go to a therapist in quiet. Nobody needs to know because if you feel like you don't know how to manage it, it already overpowered you. Go to a therapist. It's okay. It's normal, and keep in mind that you are not alone. I've been through it. A lot of people that watches this have been through it. If anybody watches it, it is it is not the hardest road. It is a hard road with a lot of holes, but you need to do it. You need to ask for help. It takes a lot of courage, I know, but it is the right step. Or you can text me, hey, look, I'm going through this stuff, and maybe you know something because you've been through it. I will happily respond. Um, just let me know. So to end this video, I don't know if I actually have a lot of value in this video, but this is just my little story. Obviously, it has a lot more background to it, but I just wanted to tell you, hey, I've been through depression, and when I saw that I can't handle it anymore, I asked for help to a therapist that nobody knew. Actually, my mom, my family, and another person knew. So do whatever you have to in order to survive. And remember, it always gets better.